I'd like to call to order the meeting, the Dune City Council regular meeting scheduled for tonight, Thursday, December 8th, 2016. It is now 7 p.m. May we have a roll call, please?
Certainly. Council President Maury Sanders.
I am here.
Which end shall I start with? Councilor Sheldon Meyer.
Present.
Councilor Duke Wells.
Here.
Councilor Ed Scarberry.
Here.
Councilor Tom Allen.
Here.
And Councilor Ken Black.
I'm here.
It's nice to have everyone here. We sure miss Becky, who is absent and excused.
May we please rise for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we move to approve the agenda, there's an item that should have been on there, and I'd like to amend the agenda. It has to do with a selection of a council president to run the meeting in January when the new council takes the dais in the event that our mayor, Becky Reedy, is unable to attend due to her medical issues. Having that amendment to the agenda, is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Consent agenda. There is an amended bills in session in your packet. If there is a motion, it would have to be to approve the consent agenda with the amended bills of the session.
So moved. The amended bills of the session. Second.
Okay, moved to approve the consent agenda as amended and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. Announcements, correspondence. To the city administrator, would you give us an update on the results of the 2016 general election as far as it deals with the marijuana tax initiative and city council vacancies?
Yes. All cities in the state that had a marijuana tax question on their ballot, all of them passed. As for our election, we had 3 write-in candidates. Well, we had 2 positions open and 3 write-in cabinet candidates. The two positions, of course, Councilor Mellon was reelected. Mayor Reedy was reelected. And the 2 write-in candidates with the most votes who have now acknowledged and accepted the election and the position are Robert Orr, who is with us tonight, and Alan Montgomery.
Thank you. Mr. Orr,
Yes,
congratulations.
thank you.
The city of Dune City is looking forward to having you on this dais along with Mr. Montgomery to help guide the city into the future.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I'll be happy to help.
The next budget committee meeting is scheduled for January 19th, 2017. I got the year right. At 5:30 p.m. here at City Hall. Birthday wishes are going out to Councilor Duke Wells, who was born on December 30th, 1952. You're just lucky you made it into the year 52.
Yeah, taxes.
Yeah, got a deduction, and the parents did. Anyway, we have refreshments, and they'll be served after the meeting. And there's little black chocolate balls there that are made out of bourbon by our city administrator, so nobody touches them until after the meeting. Dune City Hall will be closed on Monday, December 26th, and Monday, January 2nd. That's an FYI. Is there any citizen that would like to address the city council? We're at citizen input.
No one has signed in?
We have no one who has signed up for it, so we'll move on to new business. The mayor's request for a holiday radio holiday message expense. Could you explain this to the council?
Yes, annually, since she was elected, Mayor Reedy has expended the funds necessary for her to do a holiday radio message on KCST, and she is asking once again for that approval. The cost is $150.
Hearing that representation, is there any motion on behalf of this council to approve such expense by the mayor for a holiday radio message?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. New business, item 8B, Oregon Department of Revenue Model IGA for the collection and enforcement of the marijuana local taxes. Ms. Mills?
Yes, if the city wanted to have taxes collected for marijuana retail sales in the city limits, we would have to have this IGA, an amended ordinance, and a new resolution adopted before January 15th. But since we don't actually have any marijuana retail businesses in the city limits, we don't have to do it right away. We can wait and do it a little bit later. It's not a drop dead date. It's only if you want that first quarter collected, you have to sign. But we don't have a business, so there's nothing to collect. So we have a little time. I received this information from the city attorney on Tuesday. Really wasn't enough time to get it all out there, and I would recommend that we just table it to a future meeting.
Why don't we tentatively table it for the February meeting of the council so the new council can sit in January and make its decision? Would that meet with everybody's approval? Okay. New business, item C, the item that we added to the agenda. As you know, our Mayor Becky Reedy, had a medical situation where it was cancer, and she had surgery. She's undergoing some chemotherapy, and as anyone who's had family members that have undergone chemotherapy, it really can take its toll on you. I personally do not want to see Mayor Reedy come back too soon to this dais and put unnecessary stress on her person. She's far too valuable to her family, to her husband, to her friends, to this community. I spoke to her when she was in the chair getting her latest injection of the chemo treatment. And my concern is I'm the council president. And next month's meeting on January 12th, I'll be here. And if Becky's not here, I'll be calling that meeting to order to approve the minutes and then gavel it closed. And then the new council comes on. But there will be no council president to govern the meeting. So for the sake of continuity, there's no code to this. What I'm trying to do is solve a problem before it becomes a problem for the sake of a smooth transition, for the continuity of the meetings. And I'm going to take it as a personal privilege as the council president sitting here chairing the meeting to ask that this council support this move. And I would like to nominate Sheldon Meyer to be the council president when the new council takes the dais on January 12th. If the other councilors or the council's decision afterwards wants to make a change, they can, but at least the gavel can be transferred to someone who would then have the legal authority to sign documents and make sure everything continues. And the whole thrust of this, again, is to help Becky. So that's my motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Unanimous second.
Sheldon, you're okay with this?
Yes.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. And Sheldon Meyer will become the council president when the new council takes the dais on January 12th. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Sheldon.
Thank you, Sheldon.
I know Becky will appreciate it. Unfinished old business, there is none scheduled. This meeting is going to go rather quickly, but before we go there, I was given this note, and Jamie, you're going to have to kind of step up and explain to the council, because I believe this is a request for council, not action, but more of a consensus. Last year, our staff received a monetary bonus, I believe it's $100 per employee. Our way of saying thank you to our staff for the year's hard work. My understanding and the representation I have is that, once again, Mayor Becky Reedy would like to do the same thing, have a $200 bonus given to our city administrator and $100 to each of the staff members for a total of $600. Is that an accurate assessment?
Yes.
Jamie? This would come out of the regular personnel budget. There is money in there. Our city administrator just took 3 weeks off, paid without pay. So there's money in the budget to do this. It's not going to be anything extra. It would be a very nice way for us to show the staff here that we really do appreciate and have appreciated everything they do and everything they will do for us in the future. So having that in mind, I would just like to just get an idea if there's a consensus here without any motion. Ken, are you okay with that?
I'm real
You
good
with
with
it?
I'd like to see $100 added to each, $100 added to each category.
I would too, but we have to have some fiscal restraint. Ed, how about
I'm
you?
fine with it.
Yeah.
I believe they deserve more, but I'm for this, yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
there's your direction and your consensus. Please take care of our staff.
Thank you. Will do.
All right, moving on to reports. We'll go to the community center report, Duke Wells.
We got a Christmas tree and we're still working on, I understand that we need some kind of inspection. We got the barriers for the tanks out there.
We have all the information we need to, yeah, we do have the barrier, now we have to anchor everything down. We're getting so close.
Getting very close to
Very
getting
close to
our
having it done.
generator system up and where we want it. Okay. That's it.
Okay, site review,
Nothing.
water quality report.
I think there's a latest readings in here, and I think everything's looking pretty good. Silkus has been a little goofier than normal, but it looks like it's on the mend, and with the temperatures coming the way they've been, I think that's been a real blessing.
Okay.
And Mark just ran one, I think yesterday, and it was looking a lot better around Darlings and
You're talking about the
the
leak of the turbidity or?
Yeah, the Seche report,
Set you report.
get down again to see under the water, so that's helpful.
Good, that's always good to hear.
If I may,
Yes,
I would like to point out that the Water Quality Committee sent a special sample off to check to make sure there was no toxicity, and it came back clear, nothing to be concerned about, so.
so the water's clean and it's good.
It's a little green, but it's clean.
It's drinkable.
It's clean. Okay, Public Works Supervisors Report, Jamie.
Let's see, what do I have on that? He has completed, Richard has completed putting in the culvert at the Ellis property. Of course, now we have to wait until spring for everything else. And he's completed the ditch cleaning over on Keachley. So for all intents and purposes, at this particular moment in time, we're through with the Keachley Arm project until we need to, the attorneys now have to take it for a little while, and then we'll go from there. He has checked all of the drainages that he's cleaned since this year, and they all seem to be working properly, and we're really excited about that. So that's about it. We intend to get together and plan out for and make recommendations for the activities for next year. Soon, I don't know when that will be, but very soon we'll be getting together to do that and to present to the council.
Sounds good. Any questions? Emergency Services Report, Jamie, you're up again.
I did not attend the WELOG meeting this year, this in November, and it's in, whatever they talked about is in here. I haven't even read it yet, I'm sorry. I apologize to the WELOG folks. I haven't even read it yet to see what's been going on WELOG.
City Administrator, Recorder, Planning, Staff Report, and all other items.
Okay. The report in your book, I want to clarify that I didn't prepare it, I wasn't here. But staff did, thank you very much. And it pretty much says everything that was going on, that's been going on here. We are excited about having some already confirmed sponsors for the next triathlon. We're very close to having all the meter readings done. Glad to have that done. And Linda's been working on the website. Let's see, I want to talk about the International Paper Sale and the good of the order, if I may.
Sure.
But we do need someone to attend the Lane Act meetings. And I didn't know if you want to address that now or...
Sure, we can. Is there any counselor that would like to take over the attendance at the Lane Act meeting? It's a monthly meeting. I think they take 1 or 2 months off during the year. Lane Act is the Lane Area Commission on Transportation. It's a partnership with ODOT, the MPO, which governs the metropolitan transportation. It recommends policy decisions for expenditure of funds for certain projects. It's an excellent way that all communities in the county has a voice and representation. It does have its benefits, and we've seen it over the last couple of years. And there's benefits in the future in participating. But what is needed is consistency in participation to keep up with what goes on. Generally, the cities have to put forward an elected member of their council on the commission. The backup person can be an unelected official such as the city administrator. The meetings are in Springfield or sometimes in Eugene at the county offices there off Delta Highway.
6th, 8th, something like that.
Yeah. And sometimes you can just attend via the telephone on a conference call. But it's important that we get someone to do it, and they need to hit the ground running. I think it's January 11th is the meeting. So I would like to ask if there's any counselor up here, Mr. Orr, even though you're not in office, if you have interest, I would extend it to you as a courtesy because you're now part of the family.
Thank you.
Okay?
Okay.
So I'll leave it open for any comments at this time. Any volunteers? Anyone have interest? Mr. Orr, you're raising your finger up.
I am reluctant, but I'm yes. I'll
So
go.
you're interested?
I go into Eugene a lot, so I can go.
Well, is there any objection to any member of this council to letting Mr. Orr become the city's representative on the Lane Area Commission of Transportation? Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Jamie, would you notify
I will.
the appropriate people? Okay, thank you. Anything else, Jimmy?
I will be attending the Wohank Lake Association meeting in January to present a report on various things that they've asked me to report on.
Okay.
Permits continue. It's dropped off a little bit, obviously, because it's wet. But we had a tremendous increase in the number of new houses this year. That brings me to the one thing I didn't tell you yet. The audit is done. We're finished, so she's going to be sending, I expect to get it for next month.
Now, this LCOG annual participation dinner, do we need to have someone attend that, or should we have someone attend this from this body?
It's a fun event, but no, it's not absolutely necessary. I just throw it out there for anybody who may be interested in attending.
Well, all counselors have it. Mr. Orr, I'll give this to you after we're done, so you can.
Thanks.
Is there anything else, Jamie?
There are training opportunities that I also put out for everybody, particularly for new counselors, so I'll give you that too. And we will need to schedule ethics training for sometime in January, early February, but I would just as soon wait till after the new council is seated to schedule that with us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And that's, well, I guess I could go ahead and do this too. The Eugene Cascades and Coast Sports Commission is having an Oregon Sports Summit where they will talk about providing additional information on how to run a successful event, things that can be done that can improve your events. And it just sounds like an interesting, it's a $75 fee to attend the classes. Talks about facilities, working with the media, holding responsible sports and housing, event safety and crisis management. It just sounds like something that would be an all-around good thing for someone, if there is someone in the council that is going to, besides myself as a staffer, work on the triathlon. That we have somebody knowledgeable, or perhaps maybe, we consider sending a staff member.
When is that meeting?
It is February 2nd, so we have time.
So the new council can act on that. Can we get that on the agenda?
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, now we'll move on to the good of the order. Rapunzel, do you have anything for the good of the order?
I don't.
Jamie, do you have anything for the good of the order?
I do. As you know, International Paper, the sale of the International Paper property and water rights closed. There's a little bit more information on who the company is, and because of a telephone call that Rapunzel received that she can shed more light on if you need to, apparently the company that purchased it would be interested in taking offers for the sale of the 17 acres that involves right there by the dam and the river, and it's a beautiful piece of property. Those of us who have been out there know that it's absolutely gorgeous. Well, that got my mind clicking, and well, maybe they'd like to have the portage too. So I intend to write a letter to the new owners and offer that portage to them. We can give it to them, and then that makes it a wonderful recreational package deal. If that, with your blessing, I will do that.
That's an excellent idea.
Jamie, 3 words. Get it done. 3 words. Make it happen.
Wrap it up.
All right.
3 words. Wrap it. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Councilor Platt.
I'm good.
Councilor Melton.
I'm good.
Councilor Meyer.
I'm okay.
Councilor Wells.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Councilor Scarberry.
Yeah, I've got a few things to say. This is my last meeting. I will not be here in January. It's my birthday night, so I'm going to be going to Nevada, hopefully, if everything cooperates. But I think it was about 7 years ago that Becky contacted me and asked me if I was interested in applying for an opening. And I thought about that day a lot. We were sitting out in the sunshine, and I really didn't want to do it because I had been coming to meetings and seeing what had gone on the past years here, and I thought, I don't want any part of it. When you have to go to a meeting and there has to be a Lane County sheriff in the back of the room to keep order, I thought, well, why would I want to do that? Well, apparently I did, because here I am. But I appreciated serving with a great group of people. I think we've done some good things out here. We've had some tough times, but I think on the whole, Dune City has calmed down, so to speak. I mean, we don't have people at each other's throats out here anymore. It's, to me, it's a more mellow place to live than it was when we had the different uproars about different topics going on. But anyway, I want to thank Jamie and all the staff. You guys have been great. And I might pop in every once in a while. And I'm especially looking forward to January 20th.
That's enough said.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will close for my comments for the order. I too, this is not going to be my last meeting. I will chair the one in January 12th if our mayor's not back because of her medical situation. If she is back, I will be sitting right next to her. Then I'll take the opportunity to express my comments. I came on this council because I still wanted to give to my community. And after several decades of giving to my community, the decision was made in my mind with all the turmoil in my own personal life that I need some time to recoup, recharge my batteries, to get it invigorated again. My time on this council has been one of the most pleasant challenges I've had in my public service career. And I owe it to past staff members, current staff members, and a phenomenal group of elected officials to work alongside of. I really encourage every member of this community to get involved. If you disagree, get up there and talk to the council. They need to hear it. None of us have all the answers. But between all of us, and that includes the members of the community, we can come up with the best solutions possible. I hate this. I hate to leave a council. It's like something to me feels like something's not done, but I know I gave my best. And I hope I made a little bit of a difference. And I just wish all success to the counselors that remain, to Mr. Warren Montgomery, and to any future counselors. Just keep everybody's feet to the fire. Ethical government is critical. Make sure everything is done right. Do things for the right reasons. Stick to your convictions. And we've had some major disagreements among us, but it's always been civil, pleasant, even joking at times. And that's the way it should be. We all live in the same community. So, gentlemen, ladies, it's been my distinct pleasure to serve as your council president. And God bless you all. I declare this meeting adjourned.
Yeah.